Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Rise of House Grand with me, Grand Maester Stitch, and we are playing now as King Arthur the of House Grand. Only 16-year-old, he has only just become of age, and as you notice, things have changed slightly as we were 8 years old at the end of the last episode, as our character was unfortunately murdered in his sleep by one of you cruel bastards who went behind our back and betrayed us. So because we were locked in a regency and Lucian was our regent who literally allowed us to do nothing, and he took a lot of our lands and stuff, but he did help us expand massively, but we couldn't really do a lot, so I just forwarded time along, but we managed to expand our lands in that time, which I'll show you over now. But first, here we are, King Arthur, who is married to Queen Jonquil, who is of House Drake, one of the custom houses, and he does have a son as well, young Prince Duncan of the Grandlands, who is quick, which is good. He's got good diplomacy, good intrigue and learning. But now let's go back to King Arthur, who is an incompetent steward, a siege leader, he's got a tyrannical stain, he's a squire. I believe I'm trying to remember who squire we are again. I'll have to check in a moment. He's a skilled fighter. He's ambitious, zealous, honest, stubborn, wrath, and just. We do need an ambition and a focus. For our focus, we will go for, well, we've all been stewardships so far with the Grands, and that is the main focus for the Grands. Early on, it has been all about money, but Arthur is a little bit different, as you can see. He's not really that much about money, so we may go for war for the first time, hopefully, should Arthur live a while, he might be a very successful king, and we might be able to hopefully double our lands. So we'll go for war, and for our ambition, we will, what can we go for? Become a knight, tame a dragon, have 5 children, have a daughter. We could go for expand the realm by conquest, gain 200 prestige for that. Become a knight, we only get 10 prestige, and we're probably going to become a knight anyway. So we'll go for expand realm by conquest, because that's going to be fairly easy to do. There's a lot of stuff for us to invade, a lot of places we can invade. Right, but let's look at some of the new lands that we have acquired since the last episode. We've took some of the Bracken lands, we've took all of the Red Fork and Blue Fork lands up here, and we've took the Seaguard lands, apart from actual Seaguard, because the North has already taken that, but the rest of it is the High Lordship of Seaguard, that is under House Ledbetter, but when we do take Seaguard, we will be giving that back to the Malisters. We've expanded a little bit here as well, above Stony Set. We've took Acorn Hall and High Heart. And yet the lower lands, Pink Maiden and the Stony Sept, as you can see, have been taken by the Lannisters already. And then up to the north, we have taken quite a good portion of the Vale. We've took Ghoultown, which is awesome. We've took the main trade city of the Vale, so we're taking most of the Vale's money, starving them for money. But the Vale is also split up massively independently at the minute. That everything's gone a little bit downhill up there, so that's good. It means that they're very, very vulnerable to us. So we will take advantage of that. We have got the Arryn Lord underneath us as well, Lord Darnold of the Bloody Gate, 13-year-old Arryn, but the Eyrie has been taken away from him from the Andal invaders, but we will grant that back to him maybe, or maybe we'll raise a new Lord of the Vale, who knows, once we take that. Down south, most of our borders are the same. The Reach has split between 2 Angerdal invaders that invaded, so that's interesting. And then obviously we have our Dornish lands that we managed to take in the Yormwood and Skyreach. Now, obviously, a lot of you guys have passed away since then. I think I'm 1 character off having 7 new custom characters, so hopefully, if I get another one recommended by you guys and put forward, there should be 7 new people for the next episode. And we're going to have plenty of land to give away to you guys, as you can see. I'm trying to think if there's been any major changes, and I don't think there really has. Lucian, our Regent, Hand of the King, and grandfather, is still going at the ripe old age of 65, and he has got his son now. Our uncle, who's actually younger than us, but he's not had a son just yet, and he's married to Rienne Gorskye. We've still got the amazing Erwin Congrove as well, ruling in Harmony's Keep, and he's got his son Chris Congrove, who's only 15, but he is betrothed to Ysbel Lua. What major changes? I know Attadale no longer belongs to House Was it House Bronstar? I think it was. The Blood Oaks took that land away from them once the Lord died. Alistair Bronstar, was it? I'm sure it was Bronstar. But anyway, I've managed to give them new lands, and I think it was Wickedon that I've given them. Yes, Bronstar. Sir Robin of House at Bronstar has new land now up in the Vale because they had a bit of a Bracken Blackwood style rivalry between the two, so I've moved them far away from each other. And the House Oceantide also lost its lands to House Mendleton as the main. As you can see, look, Lucian Mendleton has all these lands now under him because he took them all away from me in my regency. He went a little bit power mad, but yep. And I've also noticed he's now homosexual and fat, so there you go, Lucian. And you're a tyrant, and that's very understandable considering how you've been lately. You're cruel, but yeah, you're still a very useful character to have around. We do want to begin expanding. We've got a new title to be created, which is the Kingdom of the Trident, so we will do that because then we're only one kingdom away from being able to get Empire level, which is awesome. But so we'll create that for now. We now have the Kingdom of the Trident, but that won't be our primary one. It's still going to be our Kingdom of Grandport, the Kingdom of the Grandlands, which isn't all of the land. A lot of it's underneath us, so we do need to get more land so that we can change that. We can start invading more of the Vale, but we can also invade the North. But I don't know how strong the North and the Starks are at present. 21,000 men. So we have actually got more than enough men to take them on. We've got 30,000 men that we can currently raise. But I don't think we'll go for that yet. I think we'll go for some of the lands closer to home and start forcing some vassalizations on the people around these lands. We can go for the... I believe we can go for the Blackwoods. Yes, declare war. We can go for the de jure claim on Blackwood. Oh, of course, we'll now be able to do the de jure claim on all Riverland lands, won't we? So we could go in and take the Blackwood. We could probably go in and take all the Vance lands, couldn't we? I'm guessing de jure claim on River Run, de jure claim on Wayfarer's Rest. So yeah, we can pretty much go in and take any of this land now that we want around the Riverlands to finish off getting the Riverland lands. So we could do that. I think I'll wait to do that then. We'll go... Should we go for the Vale lands first? I think we can force vassalization of Eastward. What about Runestone? Declare war. Yeah, we can force the vassalization of Runestone. Do you know what? Let's get Wayfarer's Rest and the Blackwood and Southstone, Willowwood and everything out of the way first. So we'll get the Riverlands polished off, or what's left of it, because obviously the Lannisters still own a massive port. They own Acorn Ridge High Lordship, so we'll have to go for that at some point. But let's go for Declare War, and we'll go for the River Run lands first, because that's a massive point. They've only got a little bit of the Wayfarer's Rest land left anyway, so there we go. We'll declare war for Wayfarer's Rest. We've got a massive military. How big is their military? 4,000 men, so we're not going to need many at all. How many can we call up from House Khan? 2,000 men, so not enough. But then we've got House Darry nearby with 2,000 as well. So if we call our men up there, and then we call our men up in the Darry High Lordship. Oh, but they're not actually going to give us a massive amount of men, which is annoying. What about the Red Fork High Lordship? Oh, which I forgot has gone to House Blacksun. They finally had a son. And yeah, I've given them the High Lordship of the Red Fork. And yeah, so that's awesome. I thought that'd be a nice place to place some Roynish. They've got 3 lakes all around them. I thought that's the perfect land for them right now. They can get out into the sea as well. But yeah, let's raise our men from that location as well. Another 1,600. 600 there, 1,900. We're not going to need a massive amount. And then we'll go for the High Lordship of this land. Oh, 200 men. Is that it? 200 men. That's pathetic. What about down here? How many men will you raise for us? 298. That's pathetic as well. We're not going to need a huge... I don't really want to call up all my men because it's just going to be a waste. What about over in Hollard Hill? How many men will you... 784. That could make a difference. What about our main army back home? We'll probably call up a fair amount from there. 1,800 troops. That will be more than enough. So let's march them up to the God Fort. And I think that will be enough men to do what we want to do. And we're currently uncrowned. So once this war's over, we will get ourselves crowned as well. I think we have got a couple of dangerous factions. The Yormwoods want independence, and the Masseys want to dispose of King Arthur as well. So we need to look out for that. Let's have a look if there's any plots to try and kill us. We need to be careful of that. Not at the moment. We've got auto-stop plots on anyway, so hopefully we'll be safe from that. We're currently fabricating claims somewhere, if I remember rightly, as well. Can't remember where we were. They're there. They're claiming. He's claiming. Where's he trying to fabricate claims? Currently, oh no, we're trying to improve diplomatic relations. After Mother's funeral, I'm approached by her old friend, Lord Lucian, who wants to speak to me. Apparently, Mother wanted Lucian to look after me. He is offering me his friendship and protection. Okay, so we become close friends. Yeah, awesome. It's good to have your strongest vassals on side, isn't it? After much food, cider, jazz, and in combat, Lord Cavan Morgoth's tourney has finally ended. It was a fine spectacle. Right, let's get our men up here so we can go and take Wayfarer's Rest quickly. Your reports from Grandport that charity work on your behalf is proceeding well. Gain 15 piety. Awesome. Want to try and get that prestige up because we need 1,000 prestige each time that we try and force vassalization. So hopefully from these couple of de jure wars, we will be able to get that. Okay, you're not really anyone important, I don't think. So there we go. 4,000 men here now. Merge them together. Wait for the 1,800 to come up and that'll be more than enough men. But yeah, hopefully we'll get enough prestige from these couple of de jure wars that will give us enough prestige that we can do the couple of forced vassalizations that we need to do in the Vale to give us enough of the Vale that hopefully then we'll be able to create the title of the Vale, which will make the Vale easy to take. And then the North, as it's old gods, we can literally just invade it in our just as our right as an Andal and a worship of the Seven. So the North, once we get the North, once we finish polishing off the Riverlands and the Vale, the North will fall easier, and then after that we can literally take whatever we want. We'll have so much strength that it will just be a case of polishing off Westeros then, and then seeing what sort of amazing problems we get further on in the future. History is a subject that has always fascinated you, and you have spent the last few weeks studying the campaign of the Valyrian Freehold. There are many lessons to be learned from their conquests against the old Giscari Empire. I should devote more time to studying this. Gain 1 marshal. Awesome. Right, are all our men now arrived? Yes, they have. This campaign has been proof that Lord Belson of Massey's Hook is clearly not of proper blood. I wish I would never have to meet him again. Okay, so he's become our rival, so that's only going to further encourage him to try and kill us, isn't it? Which is not good. Right. Go for Lucian in the centre. We'll go for... Let's go for Edgar Yorn. We'll see if we can get him on side then on the flank. And do you know what? Let's go for ourself on the left flank. Let's try and actually get a Grand who's going to be good at combat, and we'll go straight for the capital, see if we can get some prisoners. Does Lord Vance have any children? He has a young child, Prince Tristan of Wayfarer's Rest, and he's got a brother as well and a sister. We will let the Vances keep their land. Well, they'll still have their land anyway because we're only going for River Run at the minute. Are the Tullys about? Yes, the Tullys are around. Of course they're around. That's good then. We don't want to kill the Tullys off. Who else have we... Have we got any other actual lords in this area? Doddington of House Dead. Yeah, they're not a real house. Not a real house. Not a real house. Not a real house. So we've got plenty of lands in the River Run lands that we can gift to people later on if people want lands there. But we will be keeping House Vance and House Tully around, as I said. We'll keep House Blackwood as long as they are still House Blackwood. I'm sure House Blackwood was around somewhere, wasn't they? Yes. They're over in here for some reason. They're not in their original lands, which I have no idea why. That happens a lot. Like with, but Seaguard will keep for the Malisters as well. We won't remove the Malisters. I try and keep as many of the traditional houses around as possible, just like in the Knights of the North, and just replace the fake houses who are not canon with our own houses, so that we get a nice blend for the series and for our story. So it's a nice blend of real houses and then our custom houses, just so it's like the RP in the Discord. Lord Quentin Redrose has been a leal and able servant, having successfully completed many tasks in the aid of the Grandlands. It would be seen as a right and honourable cause to reward him with certain incomes. Yeah, wow, 87 gold. That is a lot of gold, but yeah, okay, if it makes him faithful. Do you know what? We don't get a river disadvantage for that, so let's go and crush that army to the north, just so that we smash the Vance main host, in case that Tully host decides to join up with it from River Run, and then we can march back and take Wayfarer's Rest after that. There we go, a very, very easy victory. We've got unyielding Lucian at the centre, who literally won't back down even if he's like 10 times the men outnumbered, as we've seen before. My liege, I believe that one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspiratorial factions if the proper leverage is obtained. How do you wish to proceed? We'll obligate the vassal, please. Erwin, who is one of our friends, if I'm correct. Yes, he is. I'm sure that we're his guardian. I'm sure that we was his guardian. Not anymore. I don't wonder if we'll get our knighthood. Do not speak to me of obligations and duties. Who's that? Lord Malwyn of Redfort. Okay, he's nearly dead anyway, so hopefully his heir will be a little bit more understanding and do as he's told. Right, let's just forward along and get this siege. We're making a lot of money as well, which is good. Your Grace, we have had word from Kaif that negotiations have been taking place between Sarnot. Okay, we don't really care what's going on with the tall men. As you probably know, the Daenerys series is almost over as well now, guys. And I did do a poll on the channel, on the community tab, which you can check out to vote for what you wanted to see next. I think the Dance of the Dragons has definitely won, so it looks like the Dance of Dragons will be the next mini-series to come. But some of the other ones were the restoration of the Tall Men, which I definitely do want to do at some point. I think that'd be really cool. And then also the Dane Kings during the time of Nymeria's landing, and see if we can push that back and unite Dawn under Dane rule, and maybe all the Marcher Lords. So I thought that'd be a fun playthrough as well, which was recommended. So I think we will do the Dance of Dragons first, as that looks like that's what you guys have voted for at the time of recording. But I will probably do the other two as well after that's over. Your enemy, King Curfance, has been captured by Lord Lucian Mendleton of Cracklow Point. Of course he has. Who else? At the age of 15, Jane Mondane, whoever... Oh, she's not anyone important to us, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so thanks to Lucian, as always, stuff never changes. I hope that he lives as old as Rogar Rak in the Knights of the North, because that will help us out massively in the future. Once he dies, I really hope that we can replace him. We've got Siege Leader, but with just how successfully he is absolutely ridiculous. So, right, let's march on to River Run and disband our men, and then we can go for... We'll go for Blackwood next, I think. Unfortunately, most of my visits to Orland devolved into petty fighting about the modern tendency to underestimate the value of prayer and contemplation. Oh yeah, we're zealous, aren't we? I forgot we're zealous. Right, Lord Tuller, let's make you important, as you are fairly important. We also need to find betrothals for our Sibyllins, but there's plenty of Tullys around by the looks of it, so that's good. Did I make you important? I did, didn't I? Yes. Let's send you a little gift as well, see if we can get you on side a little bit more, because you might not be too keen on us, considering that we've desires the kingdom of the Trident. Oh, do you now? Well, I don't think I'll be giving it you, if I'm honest. We need to build our empire first. I'm pretty sure it's you need 3 kingdoms to do it. Proclaim kingdom of the Trident. Bring back the king of the Trident. I thought we already created the kingdom of the Trident. Found a new empire. We need hold 3 kingdom titles. Yeah, so we've got 2, so we need 1 more, which will hopefully be the Vale. Right, let's disband that unit. There we go. And now, Lord Blackwood, we're coming for you. Well, King Tristan, you're not even a Blackwood, so we will take that off you to give back to the Blackwoods. De jure claim on the Blackwood. Send. King Arthur Grand, I hereby invite you to participate in the tourney of Bramsford. No, we won't get involved for now. Right, how many men does Lord Blackwood have? 2,500. Right, so if we go for the Godsfort men again, give us 1,600. We'll go for the Darry men just because they're right next door. How many men will River Run give us? I'm guessing not many. 42. Yeah, I didn't think they'd be too pleased about giving us too many men. But, well, if I remember rightly, literally gave us nothing as well. What about the Red Fork? Red Fork, 1,600 troops. Right. If all you lot can meet up in Leicester... Wow, you've got to do a nice little swirl. I think you... What the hell's that all about? Ooh, the whip. It's a strange way of getting there. Will that be enough men? I think that'll probably be enough men. Is there any other areas around that we can call men up from? Salt Pans, Dartmoor, maybe? How many men can we get from Dart? 131. It's not worth it. 9 stars? Surely you can give us a decent 93. Wow, okay. It's not great, is it? River Run. Let's get the... Should we get those 42 men? Wow, River Run is absolutely booming in trade, though, which is awesome. So hopefully we still manage to get the benefits of that. Okay, so they've still got land in our land. 1 child lacking an education. Prince Stitch of the Grandlands. Okay, you're not too bad. Well, you are 12, though, so you're not that impressive, actually. We'll go for stewardship, like most Grands. What are your siblings looking like? What's our sister, Roanne, looking like? Wow, she's very good at stewardship. Oh, she's already doing that. And Prince Duncan is gone for intrigue. He's not that impressive, is he? And our oldest sister is the husband of Prince Jared of the Reach. So I think we did have an alliance with the Reach until the Gardener Kings were disposed. by the 2 Andal kings that have invaded. Right, let's just get our army back together quickly. Your Grace, I wish to express my consternation that the fat Lord Erwin Carvin enjoys command of your army. No, he's not going anywhere. He's our friend. We'll keep him where he is, Lord Butterwell. Are we going to have enough men here? I think we will just have enough. A few weeks ago, a Summer Island nobleman named Zolahar Jaluru, that's the guy from the Vakar series, isn't it? Arrived in Grandport seeking hospitality. Apparently he is on a tour of foreign lands, so of course I welcomed him. He has attended feasts and functions and has got on well with many at the court, becoming particularly friendly with Queen Jonquil. What a pleasant man. He best not be sleeping with Queen Jonquil. Well, we'll soon know if she gets pregnant and has a Summer Islander child. Right, let's get these. Come on, men. Hurry up and cross that river. 2,500 men. We've had reports from Gallows Grey that the Guild of Alchemists has rediscovered one of the ancient powers. Arthur claims to have the power to create elixirs of healing and youth. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Who's your Gallows Grey? Where's Gallows Grey? Okay, interesting. Very interesting. I think once we get the Riverlands under control, we'll then get crowned before going for the Vale. Lord Erwin of Harmony's Keep has given me bizarre and repulsive evidence concerning sexual preferences. How should I use this? Who is it against? Prince Edgar the Black of Yormwood. Threaten with exposure unless he stays out of all factions. Yeah, let's go for that. Because he is the leader of a faction at the moment. Right. Lucian. Us on one flank. And let's go for... Wow, they all hate us. Edgar. Prince Edgar just laughed at the evidence, flat out refusing to stop meddling in political factionalism. See how it is? Right, merge together, 3,500 men. That should be enough to take the Blackwood, I hope. Hopefully Raventree Hall doesn't take too long to siege. He's got 2,500 men. Yeah, we should have more than enough men. Okay, who's died? Lord Manfred of Butterwell. Quentin the Rude of Butterwell. Oh, have House Redrose. He has got 2 sons, though, that are living. Lord Manfred, who also has 2 sons. So, House Redrose is still very secure. So, that's good. They're not going anywhere, as it is one of your guys' custom houses. But he lived to 64, the original member, which isn't too bad, to be fair. What quality of education would you like to purchase for your courtier, Danella? Gardener. Oh, yeah, we've got a gardener in our court. We'll spend high lead. We've got plenty of money from and the siege of Raventree Hall is over, I think, because another army was already there. Who's the other army attacking? Manfred of Goysky's host. Oh, okay, what's going on here? Okay. Lord Gorsky's son is trying to take that land. Oh, you can't take our land. Right, let's attack this Blackwood Arm. We need to beat him to it. Okay, so one of Jorman's character's sons is trying to claim Blackwood land for himself. So let's try and stop that. Okay, the army of Strong Song is coming after us, but I think our army will be probably too strong for them anyway. Your Grace, your brother Prince Stitch is responding very well to my tuition. That's good. Gain 2 intrigue. That's brilliant news. Well, let's try and siege this quickly. Try and win the war before the Goysky wins the war. But then again, if he's got a siege leader, that could be bad. He could win this before we get a chance to win it. We could siege this and then go and attack the Blackwood army again. I think I may do that to make sure that we win. There we go, victory. Let's attack them. It's going to be a river crossing though, so we are going to get... Okay, he's changed his mind. Yeah, but he'll do it again. Yep. Right, okay, we'll stay where we are for now and siege this then. Hopefully that will push back the Goysky host. Right, assault. There we go. And assault again. Easy assault. There we go. Oh, and one more still. There we go. Now let's march on to, what's this? Maidstone, which we will be... Well, we'll let the Blackwoods keep that, but then we'll also give them the High Lordship and give them their ancestral home back. Your Grace, for some time now I've been in the employ of Lord Cavern. Let's have a look at you. Wow, you're pretty impressive, actually. So, yeah, okay, I accept. We need people like you. Idle council members. Oh, he's stolen the Master of Law job, has he? Is he actually the best Yeah, he actually is the best person at that as well. Improve diplomatic relations. Right, who has a really bad opinion of us in our lands? The masses. We'll send you to Massey's Hook then and try and see if we can do anything about that. Even though I think we are rivals, so I don't see us improving that. But we'll try. It's worth a go. We don't want someone killing us off. We don't want to die young once again. And someone's going for independence. The Rosbys of House Blood Iron. Whoa, what are you? We'll go for non-aggression pact, and then you can't go for independence. Right, we're going to have to actually wear this one down. Awesome, he's accepted the non-aggression pact, so that should be the end of that faction then, shouldn't it? What about if we send you a nice little gift? I think we already did that though, didn't we? Wow, that's 5,000 men now over there as they've joined their forces together. We have got this small river run army, which... Oh no, 675 troops now. We'll march them north for some reinforcements. And what about the army here? 382. Well, they'll help, won't they? Every little helps. We'll rush them around here as well. Just to stock our numbers back up a little bit, just in case. Just in case. Got to get this siege down quickly now, which isn't going to take too long by the looks of it, because it's only a level 4 fort. Terrain is key to winning battles. If I focus my studies, I believe I can master the tactics of one type of terrain. Let's go with mountains, just because we will be going to the Vale soon. So we'll go with the mountains for when we try and take the Vale. Let's merge those together. It gives us a slightly bigger army again. Let's go for the assault, 50% now, and we'll probably go for it. Where is that army marching off to? To all my subjects, the inheritance of Willowwood, I don't really care. Willowwood will be ours pretty soon anyway, right? You know what? I think we're going to have to call up a second host. Let's call up our main host down here. We'll call it the Wolf's Guard army, the Harmony's Keep army, and the Stokeworth army. Wow, that's a lot more men than I expected, and we'll march all of them to Butterwell, just to form, actually, to the God's Fort, just to give us a second host, just in case I think we're probably going to need it because of those Vale reinforcements. Was it House Belmore that got involved? I think it probably was. Right, let's siege that quickly. Willowwood recently fell into a period. Okay, yeah, I don't care. It will soon be ours. We just need to assault this again in a couple of days' time while we wait for the reinforcements to march north. And then we can attack that host and absolutely smash them on the crossing. We could sandwich them in the middle, which would be good. After months of studying the campaign of the Valerian Freehold, you have acquired many fascinating insights and gained new wisdom in military matters. You realise that the art of war might well be worth studying. I shall master strategy. I got tongue-tied then, and we got one marshal and one stewardship for that, which is awesome. Right, let's... Where is that other army? They're still marching north. They could be a little while. So let's march over here back into our own land for now while we wait for those to come north. Hopefully they won't be too long. 5,000 men. It's going to be more than enough men to make the difference. Let's merge those all together when they get there. Should be soon. Shouldn't take them too long. Now let's march those up north. It will give us 11,000 men, so more than enough men to smash that armor. We can go and smash the host very easily then. There we go. Let's march back up to Fairmarket, where they are actually going to take the battle to us, and that's going to be a massive mistake on their part because we've got 7,000 reinforcements on the way very soon, and a truce is expiring soon, which is awesome. King Christopher of the Bracken lands, so that's perfect. It means we'll be able to finish off getting their land soon. Are the Brackens still around in Stonehenge? They was, but it looks like they've been replaced, which is a bit of a shame. A lot of houses have started randomly disappearing, unless they're in Leicester. No, they've definitely been replaced. Okay, we've got in a battle with this guy who is a trained fighter. He's got a combat of 55. We've got a personal combat of 50. I thought we'd be better than that, considering we've got skilled fighter and we also have a Valyrian steel sword. Okay, so we might end up dying. This would be annoying. This will not end until one of us yields from injury. As you and Sir Orlin engage, you slip and leave an opening in your defence. Sir Orlin strikes and tries to take advantage. Defend yourself. Sir Orlin overwhelms my defence and moves to elegantly whack his axe down hard across my leg. I look up at him towering above me, ready to deliver the finishing blow. I'm not finished yet. 50% chance of gains a trait wounded. Sir Orlin manages to get the better of you in this exchange, but has not defeated you outright. You force yourself back to your feet and hold your dagger ready. What am I doing with my dagger out? You won't get another chance. You attack with speed. My will is strong, with the gods will protect me. As you and Sir Orlin engage, you slip and leave an opening in your defence. Sir Orlin strikes to try and take advantage. Defend yourself. I tried to hold Sir Orlin back, but in this onslaught is unstoppable. I only slip once, but once is all he needs to absolutely sever my hand from my body. One-handed, severely injured. And we died. King Arthur has taken his last breath at the age of 18. He was killed in personal combat in the midst of battle by Orlin Windman. A just man, Arthur sought fairness in life. Surely the gods will look favourably upon him. So now we are a 3-year-old. And our heir, if we die, is our uncle, who is another Prince Duncan. So we're King Duncan II. But I'm actually hoping we do die, so that we get to play as the 14-year-old, because I cannot be bothered to have to go through all of this again. Your father, King Arthur, small private affair. He wasn't a very special king, was he? So what's the point? That's very annoying. Right, attempt assault. Let him rot for now. Attempt assault. Let's just get this war finished quickly. And attempt assault again. There we go. And again. We'll get this war over very quickly. That's 85%. Let's march on to Maidstone again. Willard Blackadder died of the Grey Plague. But he does have siblings, so they'll inherit the lands at least. I don't care about dragons. I wish it'd stop trying to force dragons upon us. We've got no prestige or piety at all, which is very annoying, as we need that to force vassalization. We've lost it all. We're over the vassal limit. I know, we're bound to be over it. You're going to have to wait until we take these new lands. I don't care about dragons. Victory. Right, let's assault again. I can't believe we died that young. It's so annoying how young we keep dying. One more assault. That should take us to 100. There we go. Offer peace to the Blackwoods. Offer peace. Enforce demands. Yes. King Duncan II of the Grand Lands usurped the title High Lordship of Blackwood from King Tristan the Young. Right, so we've won that. We're not going to be able to actually revoke that title, though, are we? Because we're not... Oh, no, we've actually got that title. Right, so... Lord Blackwood, I will grant you... Lordship of Blackwood Vale. Send. And I will grant you the landed title High Lordship of the Blackwood, including the lower titles. Send. There we go. Back where it should be now, in the hands of House Blackwood. So he should absolutely love us, really, considering. We'll send him a little gift just to improve it as well. And unpause. That's that war done. Let's disband the men. There we go. Gonna have to sort out a new council. At least we've got plenty of money. We need a new Master of Laws. We'll go with you of Ghoultown. And we need a new Hand of the King. Oh, who do we go with for Hand of the King? Let's go with our uncle Robert, Prince Robert. We'll get you to improve diplomatic relations with Riverrun. Let's try and get the Tullys on side, get the Riverlands on court physician. We'll go with you, serve the court. Idle court members, who has nothing to do. You, just improve the defense of Grandport for now. Why not? Right. Have we not got a regent then? We seem to be allowed to do whatever we want, even though we're only 3. Our heir is our uncle, isn't it? Yeah, Prince Duncan, who's not that impressive either. Right. But that's the Riverlands looking very, very impressive. Wow, what's going on with the Starks? Who are they fighting? Oh, and an invasion again. But yeah, at least we've got the quick trade. Okay, yeah, we've got the quick trade, haven't we? So might not be the worst thing that we've died. What do we go for our... Do we go for learning, faith? Struggle. We've got decent martial. We've got good learning as well. We've got good. We're good at everything, really, aren't we? So, not really sure what we should go with this guy. Should we just go with stewardship just because that duty? Let's go for duty. That could be interesting. I don't know if I've ever used duty before, so we'll go for that. We're probably going to have a lot of factions now. Yes, wow, we've got a hell of a lot of factions, which is not good. But we'll end this episode here. We have now took most of the Riverlands, most of what we can take. Can we declare war on you? Or would we have... you've got an overlord, so we'd have to go declare war on you. Yeah. De jure war on that. Or invasion of Willowwood, and we'd get the Iron Islands as well then. But we can't do that without more prestige, so we'd have to go for the de jure claim on Willowwood that way instead. I don't know if I will. I may have to fast forward a few years again just because of our young years. But considering that we've not got a regent, we may... oh, we have got a regent. It's Lord Lucian again. But he seems to be having a little bit more freedom over us. So we might be able to get away with... a bit more this time. So we may not have to pass time. But anyway, we will end this week's episode of the Rise of House Grand here. So thank you all so much for watching as always. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you have enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you all very soon for my next video.